Question 39. A part. A zinc rod weighing 25 grams was kept in 100 milliliter of 1 m copper sulphate solution. After a certain time, molarity of Cu2 plus ion in solution was 0.8 m. What was the molarity of the sulphate ion? What was the weight of the zinc rod after cleaning? B part. If the above experiment was done with a copper rod of weight 25 gram and 50 milliliter of 2 m zinc sulphate solution, what would be the molarity of Zn2 plus ions at the end of the same interval? Zinc is more reactive than copper, so zinc will displace copper from copper sulphate. Therefore, zinc plus Cu2 plus ion will form Zn2 plus ions plus copper. As can be seen, zinc is in 0 oxidation state and it gets oxidized to +2 oxidation state. So change in oxidation number of zinc is 2. Number of zinc atoms is 1. Therefore, valency factor of zinc is 2. And equivalence of zinc will be equal to atomic weight of zinc, that is 65.4, divided by valency factor, that is 2. Now Cu2 plus ions change into copper atoms. The oxidation state of copper changes from +2 to 0. So change in oxidation number is 2. Number of copper atoms is 1. Therefore valency factor is 2. Now initially the molarity of copper sulphate solution is 1 m, or the molarity of Cu2 plus ions present is 1 m. Therefore equivalence of Cu2 plus ions present initially will be molarity into volume into valency factor, which is equal to 1 into volume of copper sulphate solution in liters will be 100 divided by 1000 into valency factor of copper, that is 2, and this is equal to 0.2 equivalents. Now after a certain time, after the reaction, the molarity of Cu2 plus ions in solution was 0.8 m. Therefore, equivalents of Cu2 plus ions present in the solution after the reaction was molarity, that is 0.8, into volume of solution in liters, that is 100 divided by 1000, into valency factor, that is 2, and this is equal to 0.16 equivalents. Now the equivalence of zinc that changed from zinc to Zn2 plus ions is same as the equivalence of copper that changed from Cu2 plus ions to copper. Now equivalence of copper that changed from Cu2 plus ions to copper will be equal to equivalence of copper ions present initially in the solution, that is 0.2 equivalents, minus equivalence of copper ions present after the reaction, that is 0.16 equivalents, and this is equal to 0.04 equivalents. Therefore, equivalence of zinc that changed into Zn2 plus ions is 0.04 equivalents. Therefore, weight of zinc that changed from zinc to Zn2 plus ions will be equal to equivalence of zinc, that is 0.04 equivalents, into equivalent weight of zinc, that is 65.4 divided by 2, and this is equal to 1.308 gram. So 1.308 grams of zinc changed to Zn2 plus ions. Therefore, weight of zinc rod after the reaction will be 25 minus 1.308, and this is equal to 23.692 grams. Now sulfate ions do not participate in the reaction. Therefore, molarity of sulfate ions in the solution remain the same, that is 1 m. Now in the B part of the question, since copper is less reactive than zinc, copper will not displace zinc from its salt, and therefore no reaction will take place, and the molarity of zinc sulphate remains the same, that is 2m.